Imagine the vast universe, filled with galaxies, stars, and planets. Now, imagine an equally vast and complex system here on Earth, the economy. One of these fundamental laws is the quantity theory of money. It helps us understand the intricate dance between money and prices. Inflation is simply a rise in the general price level. The quantity theory of money tells us that inflation is primarily caused by the quantity of money in circulation. When the money supply increases faster than the supply of goods and services, prices tend to rise. This relationship between money and prices is a fundamental principle of economics. Understanding this relationship is essential for navigating the complexities of our economic universe. Just as astronomers study the stars to understand the cosmos, we must study money and prices to understand the forces that shape our economic reality. Let's delve deeper into the relationship between the money supply and price levels. Imagine the money supply as a vast, expanding nebula, and prices as the individual stars within it. The rate at which the money supply grows is directly related to the rate of inflation. If the money supply grows slowly, inflation will be low and stable. However, if the money supply expands rapidly, inflation can surge, causing economic instability. When more money chases the same amount of goods and services, those goods and services become more valuable in terms of money. This means that people need more money to buy the same things, leading to a rise in prices. Understanding this force is crucial for policymakers who seek to maintain a stable and prosperous economy. Just as astronomers track the expansion of the universe, economists carefully monitor the money supply to keep inflation in check. Now, let's explore the intriguing concept of the classical dichotomy. This principle suggests that in the long run, the real and monetary sides of the economy are separate. The neutrality of money further reinforces this idea. It posits that changes in the money supply only affect nominal variables, such as prices and wages, but not real variables like production, employment, or the overall standard of living. Think of it like this. Imagine you wake up one morning and discover that, overnight, the government has doubled the amount of money everyone has. Initially, you might feel richer, but this newfound wealth is illusory. While you have twice the money, everyone else does too, meaning that prices will eventually double as well. Real economic growth comes from innovation, productivity, and efficient resource allocation, not from simply printing more money. Inflation, while seemingly abstract, can have real and sometimes devastating consequences. One way to think about inflation is as a hidden tax, silently eroding the value of our hard-earned money. Like a black hole slowly consuming the matter around it, inflation can gradually diminish our purchasing power. This inflation tax is not a direct levy like income tax or sales tax. Instead, it works insidiously by reducing the real value of the money we hold. When prices rise, each unit of currency buys fewer goods and services, effectively shrinking our wealth over time. While inflation can benefit borrowers by reducing the real value of their debts, it disproportionately harms savers and those on fixed incomes. Understanding this tax is crucial for making informed financial decisions in an environment of rising prices. As we navigate the complex economic cosmos, we encounter another intriguing phenomenon, the Fisher effect. Named after economist Irving Fisher, this principle describes the relationship between nominal interest rates, real interest rates, and inflation. The Fisher effect states that the nominal interest rate, the rate advertised by banks, is approximately equal to the real interest rate plus the expected inflation rate. The real interest rate, on the other hand, reflects the true return on an investment, adjusted for inflation. Imagine lending a friend a certain amount of money at a 5% interest rate. If inflation is 2%, the real return on your loan is only 3%. The Fisher effect helps us understand that lenders, seeking to protect their purchasing power, factor expected inflation into the interest rates they charge. Understanding the Fisher effect allows us to make more informed financial decisions, ensuring that our investments outpace inflation and grow in real terms. While inflation is often viewed as a necessary evil in a growing economy, it's not without its costs. These costs, like cosmic mines hidden in the vastness of space, can disrupt economic activity and hinder long-term growth. One significant cost is menu costs. As prices rise, businesses must constantly update their prices, from restaurant menus to price tags in stores. This constant adjustment incurs costs, both in terms of time and resources. Then there are shoe leather costs, which refer to the time and effort people expend trying to minimize the impact of inflation on their finances. This might involve making more frequent trips to the bank to avoid holding too much cash or searching for the best deals to outpace rising prices. Inflation can also lead to confusion and inconvenience. As prices fluctuate, it becomes difficult to plan for the future or make informed financial decisions. This uncertainty can discourage investment and hinder economic growth. The consequences of high or unpredictable inflation can be far-reaching, distorting the delicate balance of the economic universe. Like a rogue planet disrupting the orbits of its neighbors, runaway inflation can wreak havoc on an economy. One significant consequence is the arbitrary redistribution of wealth. Inflation tends to benefit borrowers at the expense of lenders, as the real value of debt decreases over time. This can lead to social unrest and undermine the foundations of a stable society. Moreover, inflation can exacerbate tax distortions. Many tax systems are not indexed to inflation, meaning that people can be pushed into higher tax brackets even if their real incomes haven't increased. Perhaps most importantly, high inflation erodes trust in the monetary system. Understanding the causes and consequences of inflation is essential for maintaining this balance and ensuring a brighter future for all.